Well, babes, who's ready to get down and dirty? Okay, that sounded so much better in my head. It's not what you think. But what can I say? The time has come, you guys. We are officially starting our entire patio makeover series. This entire situation we got going on outside, it has not been pretty for the last couple of months. And together, me and you and I, we're gonna change it to turn it into the backyard of my dreams. And let me tell you this, the thrift list, it's long. The DIYs we gotta do, my hands are ready. And I think it's time that we head on our way to kick off this entire series. And there's no better way to start it off than with a nice cold matcha latte. So let's make it together. And welcome back to my channel, and officially welcome to our new almost summer series. We've been in this house for a year and a half, and slowly but surely every single aspect of this home we are making over, making it our own using these guys, my own two hands, and hopefully inspiring you guys to do the same, to see how easy it is to take on some projects, thrift yourself some items that you can get creative with in order to create the space of your dreams. So naturally, as much as inside the house we still have a lot to take care of, right now I'm putting so much of my focus and energy into outside the house. Our backyard, our patio, it has come a long way. In case you guys don't remember, when we officially first bought this house, it looked completely different. There was actually an entire pergola over this patio, which on one hand seemed really nice because you have a nice shaded area, but that pergola just made our home be so dark. It allowed no light to come into the house, so we have made the decision to take it down. Since then, last year I've done a couple makeovers. We did some gardening, we put up some faux trellises, we painted the patio, and it was cute, it was doable, but this year I want to take it up a whole nother level. So grab my hand, we are in this together. Let me take you on outside and show you the patio that we have working for us. All right, you guys, an official welcome to my backyard, and I'm gonna have to stay here in the shade because it is so bright here. This is the entire patio, as you guys can see. It's super messy, it has not been touched, it's got furniture all over the place, leaves everywhere that need to be cleaned up, and we have a few changes from last year. Taking a look, you see like our little base concrete patio, which is amazing to have when we have barbecues, when we're hosting friends. The thing is that over time it has definitely gotten dirty. For sure needs a nice new coat of paint. And you see this little corner over here? I have actually been taking advantage of that little space. You guys can see how it's a super dark gray. It's because last time I painted this patio, this shed was actually standing in spot right there. So I had to paint around it. But ever since we were able to move our shed into the corner, we now have that space that needs to be repainted as well. But I've definitely taken advantage of it. Knowing I'm gonna paint it later, that's where I've been doing all my thrift flips and my DIYs because I never really cared about getting it dirty. But okay, that is our entire concrete area, which is where I want to do our dining table, our chairs, everything for hosting, for sitting and enjoying meals. Something I don't know that I've officially shown you is the fact that we actually did artificial grass everywhere where we used to have soil. We have a lot of super heavy rainstorms, so it tends to flood a lot and bring the dirt over onto our patio. So I thought it's the most kid-friendly to just do some artificial grass, and it has been the best decision ever. And our backyard is actually a wraparound backyard. So we have this entire section over here as well, which we covered fully in artificial grass too. Up until now, we have been using this space as like our fun space. We had a slip and slide, which we actually use with the girls. We pull it out every single weekend and they absolutely love it. But we have always wanted to have a pool. Getting an in-ground pool is super expensive and not something that we have the budget for right now. So instead, my husband, being the determined person that he is, figured out a new solution, and we have an above ground pool, which is so much more inexpensive. Even though I will reiterate, we are always with them when we are swimming, but I do feel like this is a safer option too. We got this set up just yesterday and we are filling it up right now. We got a cover for it. We're gonna get a cleaner for it. I feel like in Florida, a pool is truly a must. We're always looking for stuff to do with them on the weekend that keeps them off the screens and off the tablets. So this will be an amazing solution. Even though I will say this outside is not looking as cute. So I'm even thinking to maybe build a deck around here, create a little sitting area on top so I can be on top of the deck while watching the girls swim. I mean, we've got a lot of potential here. I want to raise my kids the 90s way. Keep them outside as long as possible, but creating a space that is nice for both them and for me just contributes to the fun. And this is the point that I'm going to share with you my vision for this entire space. Taking a look at my Pinterest board, something I'm noticing so much is that I am leaning so so much towards the European, slightly coastal backyard vibes. I love the details, I love the stoneware, I love the touches of blue, I love the plants and the florals. I want my backyard to feel like a little vacation, and not just like a Miami vacation, but a true European summer vacation. And I'm actually thinking to take it up a notch. I want to go ahead and DIY myself this checkerboard tile patio situation. I've seen something like this on Pinterest and it looks so good. I really think that I can recreate it for myself using just paint and a stencil. And I already think that having that pattern is going to add so much visual interest to the backyard. We are going to need to thrift ourselves a new patio set, get ourselves some new patio decor, and of course add so many plants because right now everything is looking so artificial. Artificial grass, artificial trellis. Where are the real flowers? We've got a huge landscape of palm trees as my view, but we need some real florals to complement it. And of course, do it all together. So with that, I've got this big beauty with me to go because we are about to go on a major thrift hop in searching for some items that will inspire this entire backyard makeover. So let's get hunting. And this was actually last week's video, you guys. If you haven't already watched the patio thrifts with me, we found so much incredible decor for the space, giving us that European vibe and the furniture. So much great furniture potential too, all leading to the surprise of the video. The fact that we came across a factory that was liquidating all of their patio furniture for free. I'm talking outdoor sofas, egg chairs, and you already know with zero hesitation, we loaded this truck up and we brought it all home, and it's now waiting in my backyard for me. Okay, you guys, well, we spent a full day of thrifting. If you have not seen that video yet, I'm gonna go ahead and link it down below, the entire thrift with me for the patio. We found so many good stuff that is really putting us like on the right path of where I want to go. Now it is time for us to get the official items that I need for this makeover, starting with painting the patio. Parked right outside Lowe's, that is where I actually bought my paint last time. That held up really well, but we are actually going to be looking for 2 shades because remember, I want to go ahead and mimic that kind of checker style patio. So let me take you right on in. We'll get to our paints. Oh, and I already see so many plants here also. Don't you worry, we're for sure going to be coming back for all of these. Alright, you guys, we've made it over to the paint section, and even though there's a lot of paint options here, this is actually not all the options that we get for the porch paints. When it comes to the paints at Lowe's, you actually have this little booklet, and this is where we get to choose from. Artist Canvas is what I got last time. It's this really, really nice neutral beige, and I do want to do a contrast, so this will be the lighter color of the two. And I'm really debating on like how dark I want to go for the contrast. I can either do something like brownstone or brown velvet, or I can do something subtle like teddy bear. Okay, you guys, so the more that I'm looking at my inspiration, the more I see that the contrast, it's not too huge. I feel like going too dark like this will be too overwhelming. So I don't know, I guess we'll do our original color and then teddy bear. That looks like a nice warm tone. We've got all we need, and now let the makeover begin. Okay, my lovelies, we've officially made it back home. I have all of our future patio furniture right there in the corner. I still cannot believe that we were able to get all of this for free. Everything does need a good cleanup. This is all just little remnants of my DIY projects and thrift flips that I've done here in the past. So first step is this. I'm gonna go in and get rid of all of these little weeds that I have growing around my patio. Then we're just gonna go ahead and pressure wash everything here. Get rid of all the leaves, push them out to the side so that we have a nice clear space and a blank canvas to get painted. And while I do this, if you guys are curious, Eliana's right here watching me. Hi, Mama! Hi, Mommy! She loves to watch me do my little project because she needs to see how much her mama is capable of doing it all. You guys, being my little DIY assistant can be exhausting. The little miss got really tired, so I actually just gave her a quick little feeding and I'm gonna set her down for her second nap of the day. She's down to 2 naps at this point, but they are really long ones luckily, so I get to do a good stretch of work in between them. So let me just go ahead and set her down before we move on to the next step. Yeah. The beautiful thing about Eliana's age right now is that she can just put herself to sleep and it makes my life so much easier. You can literally see she rolls onto her tummy and then in a couple of minutes she puts herself to sleep. I'm just waiting for that to happen. As soon as it does, I'm gonna be back outside. We're gonna move on to the next step because in the meantime we still need our concrete to get fully dry before we go in and go ahead and paint it. My NANIT is literally my best friend. I don't know how I function without this. It's basically a little camera monitor that hovers over my baby's bed and it basically overlooks her in her crib, so I can have 24-hour surveillance on her whenever she's taking her naps, whenever whenever she wakes up throughout the night. It is not just a baby monitor, but it is an amazing system that is truly a mom's helper, a mom's best friend, especially in the baby beginning stages. You see right on over here, it says Eliana status. This little bubble constantly changes depending on the status of your baby. So before I set her down to sleep, I was able to see what time she was last taken out of bed so that I know when her next nap should be. Right now she has about 2-hour wake windows, so I don't have to always keep track. When did she wake up? When did I last take her out? The NANIT does all of that for me. It also sends you notifications straight to your phone if Erin and I ever go out on a date. We have a babysitter at home with her. Being able to access her through our phones from literally everywhere is amazing. But even for when I'm home, when I'm doing my DIY projects, my little NANIT smart display follows me around everywhere I go. It tracks her crying, it tracks her coughing. If me or Erin gave her a feeding at night, we don't have to ask each other, we could just check on our NANIT. And yes, NANIT is sponsoring me on today's video, but as much as they're sponsoring my video, something they don't sponsor is gifts for my friends, which makes sense because I have a lot of pregnant friends right now. So I went ahead and actually bought the entire NANIT system for one of my best friends who is giving birth in just a couple of weeks. I have been raving to her about the NANIT, and it is something that she put on her registry. I didn't tell her, but I actually ended up getting the whole system for her myself with my own money. I picked it up during their Mother's Day sale. She is going to be so excited that she's gonna have this. I got her the floor stand just like I have so that it can be really nice and sleek in her room. So while we wait for my patio to dry, I want to go ahead and wrap up her gift, and I'm actually going to be using some old scrap wallpaper because I don't have any gift wrap, but I think that this should work because it's very thin. But if any of you guys are also currently expecting or you're looking to gift an upcoming mom, add something to your registry, the NANIT Smart Home Baby Monitor is going to be your favorite baby product. And this whole system comes with a lot of other really cool features as well. It comes with a breathing band for the newborn stage. It's a little band that wraps around baby that can actually detect baby's breathing. But if any of you are looking to get the NANIT for yourself or for a loved one, now is an amazing time because I actually have a discount code. You guys can go ahead and click the link below and use my code Haley20 to get 20% off a NANIT Smart Baby Monitor. Hold up, I am actually so impressed with myself. Should I go into the gift wrapping business? Because how cute! All it needs is a nice big bow to put on the front, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this little gift in the car. I'm gonna hopefully drop it off to her later today. Eliana has officially fallen asleep, so that gives us a good, I want to say, 1.5 to 2-hour window to get our base painted, which is more than enough time. I'm gonna put this in the car, bring in the paints instead, and then we can finally get to painting it all. All right, you guys, well, what the hell is that? Oh my God. The Florida bugs, I will literally never get over it. But, well, this is where I'm at least. The whole patio is actually painted in that artist canvas color, which is perfect. I mean, it looks exactly like it did before. But you already saw me kind of stencil the edges of how I want the pattern to start. I'm gonna line up my leveler with that design and basically just tape off the entire grid on this patio and then just go in with a little brush roller and roll it all out. So to make your life easier, instead of the mistake that I originally did, don't pencil in your entire grid. What you're gonna wanna do instead is basically just mark down spaces 18-inch apart within your patio. When I first started, I was just marking it off with the ruler, but it was taking forever. So what I thought to do instead was to actually cut myself a few guidelines that were 18 inches apart as I go. I just move them as I add the tape, and it ensures that I have accurate spacing between all of my squares without having to measure every single one. Once the tape is all marked down, this is the point that we're gonna get in and we're gonna paint the dark color. You are gonna wanna use a dense foam brush for this and be really careful when it comes to the edges of the tape. The last thing you want is for the paint to bleed over. And instead of doing 2 coats of the paint, I kind of like that there were certain parts of it that was lighter after that 1 coat, so I left it as is. It kind of made it look a bit more like stone rather than a painted pattern, which will result in a much authentic look in the end. Alright, you guys, it's later in the day. I have Eliana with me, and what we're actually gonna do right now is stop by Walmart because I've been seeing that they recently launched a beautiful outdoor collection. And as you guys saw, we thrifted so many pieces for my patio, like the base cushions, but decorative pillows have been really hard to find. I saw some beautiful ones being promoted on Instagram, so I thought we might as well go ahead and check them out. I got my little gal right here with me, and let's head on in. We made it into the store, and this is the ultimate mom hack, by the way. Put your car seat in your cart, and then that way you can be hands-free and you don't have to push a stroller and a cart at once. Okay, here specifically, there's two things I'm on the lookout for. I really wanted some fun, colorful outdoor pillows, and I actually saw that they launched a bunch of new ones in gorgeous colors and so many in that pretty hint of blue that I love. Okay, and the other reason that I'm actually in here is because I actually really wanted to thrift a lot of my pots and planters, but I couldn't find any like larger size ones, and I saw that they released some of the most beautiful European looking ones here at Walmart, so I thought we might as well just start a collection there. We're still gonna thrift a bunch, but it'll be really nice to have a few bases already to start our garden, or for me to start kind of planning what kind of plants I want to get. I am so excited that we actually found the perfect size cushions for that patio set, because I don't know if I mentioned, unfortunately the sofas that we got didn't have any matching pillows, so I ordered a couple of those, which should be arriving today. And now it's time for the decorative pillows, and just take a look at this. This new My Texas House brand I am so obsessed with. It is so my vibe. Guys, the blue that I was talking about, I'm for sure gonna get a little compilation of those. This pattern pillow is gonna look so cute against that striped one as well. I am like so into mixing patterns right now. I'm not sticking to just stripes or just pattern. I want to do a mix and match of it all. So I'm in love. Over the span of 2 days, we finally have our pattern on the floor. Have we come across some problems? Yes. When I shared this on Instagram, some of you guys pointed out that the way that I taped it is actually going to result in the squares not touching, which I did not realize, and I'm a little bit stressed about it. The last thing that is left right now is to just peel up the tape and see what it looks like. And I'm so nervous because I did put this tape down yesterday and I started painting this morning. It's been a couple of hours, and my biggest fear is that when I lift the tape, the paint will lift with it. That's the only thing I pray for. It will not happen, but let's go on ahead and try. So yes, you guys were right. They aren't touching, but I'll be honest, I don't even really think that it's that noticeable. I feel like once I go ahead and seal everything, it's still gonna look really good. I do have to do a few little touch-ups, but more or less, we did it! Let me now go on ahead and do it over there. Well, good morning, my lovelies. I'm literally standing underneath the tree because it is so sunny that even if I turn and show you, you cannot see anything right now. But you do need to see what I'm looking at because holy moly, this patio is stunning. Let me tell you guys this. Yes, we did do a little bit of a mistake with the tape, not realizing that there would be gaps once I remove it. But taking a look at it, I honestly don't even think it's so noticeable. And it still doesn't look bad. The colors that we chose, the contrast is so nice. And I don't mind the gaps at all. I feel like especially when I go ahead and lay down my furniture in this area, you will not be able to tell. And now we're officially in that favorite place of mine, which is that blank slate. I got a little leaf blower, we cleaned up the turf. Now it's looking all nice and clean. I got Eran to bring back all the furniture that we got, the free furniture, which if you have no idea what I'm talking about, please tell me that you watched my last thrift with me. It was thrift with me for the patio. So much of our patio furniture I got in that video, and you will not believe how much I paid for it. Let me tell you, $0. Insane. But before we close off this starting the patio makeover, I really wanted to show you a little bit of the vibe of what I want. So let me take you back inside and I'll show you a couple of the items that I caught that we can quickly style up before we get to part 2. For the backyard, you guys saw that I thrifted a lot of things for the patio, which some of them I do actually have right here. These are some amazing cushions that we got in a gorgeous taupey linen color. These are gonna go really well on the wicker set that I already owned. They are a perfect size. I've got 2 seats and a love seat, so I think these will be perfect for that. But I'm gonna keep all of my thrifted items and decor for part 2, so stay tuned for that. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm about to go ahead and film some content from Walmart. I'm gonna be doing a couple YouTube shorts for them. I told them I was doing a patio makeover for this video, and they're like, okay, do you want to go ahead and integrate some Walmart decor? And I said, of course, because I already myself bought so many of their pillows anyway. So basically everything I was not able to thrift, I was not able to find. If you remember in my previous video, I needed pots and planters, and all of the ones that I found were like $50 at a thrift store, which is truly insane. So instead, I was able to find a bunch of really nice ones on the Walmart website that are exactly that Italian rustic vibe that I'm going for. How beautiful. I feel like each of these pots were like $15 and they're made of like genuine pot material. Like really, look at these. They have white, they have this like beautiful beige, and they have different styles and designs too. This one already has a little saucer plate on it, and I love that scallop edge detail. I mean, how stunning. These are gonna be some of the planters I'm gonna use for the smaller plants that I'm actually gonna use for the house. I really wanna have a little herb garden with a bunch of different herbs, so I'm gonna pot them in these. And then I told you on my thrift trip that I was on the search for like really huge planters, and these ones also like $20, I think. Huge! They are so big, and they have this like gorgeous little edging detail. Exactly the vibe and the style I was looking for. And they have them in all different shapes and sizes too. If you're looking for some like really tall ones for your backyard, these are lightweight, but a really good solid material. And they have that kind of like stucco with the design, again, very European inspired. I really want to add these to be decorative around my backyard, put some nice big trees in it, but like real life trees. And then all of these little ones I actually want to go ahead and use to actually pot my herbs and my plants that I'm actually going to be eating. Little tomato plants, strawberry plants. I don't know, you guys that have a green thumb, like, are these big enough for stuff like that? Or is it better to just plant everything kind of next to each other in really huge standing planters, kind of like this? I don't know. I'm trying to like still learn how I want to go about it. Which, by the way, if you are into gardening and plants, stay tuned, because the next vlog is actually going to be filling my entire house with plants. We're going to be doing some gardening. We're going to go to Home Depot. We're going to buy some new trees, some seeds, and we're going to be planting things in these little planters that are either going to go out on the patio or we're going to style and decorate around the house. Let me know down below, any of you guys who have a green thumb, if you have recommendations for plants I should get for the backyard, please let me know. What kind of plants would thrive in like humid, hot Florida weather where we have a lot of rain? It's very tropical. I have my inside the house list. Now I need my outside the house list. And the recommendations I get from you guys are always the best. So that's all the gardening stuff I got. Other than that, I got a bunch of outdoor pillows. I am telling you, this Texas Home collection at Walmart is so stunning. I am obsessed with the blue and the details. I do have to get an outdoor storage container so that we can keep these stored away, because all of the rain and the humidity, you don't want to leave them outside. Especially when they all look as pretty as these do, we want to preserve them for as long as possible. So these are going to be going on my little outdoor sofa. So I did have to get myself some new cushions for these sofas. So these from the Better Home and Gardens brand at Walmart, they were the only reasonably priced cushions I was able to find. I think they were about $35 each, and I needed to get 5 because they are bigger. Okay, another practical thing I really wanted to show you guys, that this right here is a little side table, but it's actually also an umbrella table. I knew that we needed to get an umbrella back here because being in the sun, oh my gosh, for even more than 5 minutes, it is so impossibly hot that we definitely need it to create some shade if we genuinely want to sit there and enjoy and dine and host. And can we admit that umbrella bases are genuinely so ugly and so expensive? They go for almost $100 each, and instead I found this one for 80 bucks. It's a side table that has storage inside, but also can be converted into a little umbrella table, so you can have your umbrella, you can have some drinks over here. It's practical, and it's also so pretty. I love the ribbing detail, which to go into that table, of course, we needed to get an umbrella. And as soon as I saw this one, someone shared it on Instagram, I was like, oh my gosh, so pretty. It's exactly the design I wanted. But this umbrella is amazing because it has that scallop detail. I love that it has the dark edging. It just looks a lot more chic and elegant and would look really pretty on the patio. And finally, speaking of pretty on the patio, the last detail that we're definitely gonna have to add is some new string lights. The ones that I had from last year that I put up, some animals chewed them off, so they don't even work anymore. These were the best priced ones that I found also, which, by the way, I'm gonna go ahead and link all of this down below if you guys are interested in shopping it. This is 20 feet worth of lights in each box, so it should definitely cover my entire space. I'm talking so much, let's get to some showing. At this point, we have a couple things that we can already start setting up in setting the mood, so why don't we go ahead and do just that. Starting with setting up the cushions. Well, babes, we officially did it. Part 1 is done, and honestly, we got so much done. Like, this wasn't even starting the patio makeover. We pretty much already did a patio makeover. Even though this is just one little section, the only thing disturbing my peace right now is the people lawn mowing behind us. But you guys, I am so in love with how everything turned out. Finding this patio furniture was the best addition, and I have to say, the details on the floor, like the mistake that we made, doesn't even seem like a mistake. It blends in so well. It looks so pretty, and I'm so happy with my decision to take on this entire checker European inspired flooring. It looks so good, but I really want to know what you guys think. Are you into it? Are you not? I feel like if you're not going to put a rug outside, doing something like this is so great because it's more weatherproof. With that being said, we still have so many little sections of this backyard we want to get to. I want to make an entire barbecue pit. We don't have our dining area yet at all, so I'm going to be thrifting for that, hunting Facebook Marketplace. The poolside, I have not even touched it yet. I want to make an entire cute little seating area there, but I feel like this is a really good start. It's already giving me a place that I can actually sit in because we have some shade from this amazing umbrella, which is already so much more than we had before. But you guys, comment down below, let me know what you think. If you are watching up to this point, you know that you're the real MVP. I love the ones who stick around all the way till the end. If you are watching up to this point, then comment down below pretty patio, because really, when I look at this, that's actually how I feel. It's just so pretty. If you guys do have any other suggestions for me on what I should do in this backyard, let me know. I do also want to make an entire kids corner because I really want Leah and Naomi to have a place to play. I was thinking to make them one of those mud kitchens that they can go make their own potions, be creative, help me garden. That would be so fun. But if you guys have any other suggestions for me, let me know down below. And perfect timing, I just got notified that Eliana woke up from her nap and I can finally bring her outside because it was always too sunny for me to bring her, and now we have a little shaded area. That being said though, guys, if any of you are looking to get the NANIT for yourself, it is a mom's best friend, truly. I know that my friend Sherelle is absolutely gonna love her NANIT, and I'm so excited for her to get it. And right now is the best time to shop it. You can get the entire NANIT system down below for 20% off using my link and my discount code too. But I'm gonna go bring baby girl out here. We're finally gonna get to spend more time here and definitely vlog out here more too, so be sure to expect that. Love you all so much, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one.